Morning guys, we're back with a brand new video. In today's video, we're back with the tips. We're already on round 3, crazy. This is technically the 4th round of AFL football. We're talking about opening round. And we have another exciting round. It is still a bye round, so we are still missing a couple games. Only 7 matches this round. And I've actually been going, I'm pretty iffy with the tipping so far this year. I got a few smokies right last week, which is exciting. Like I picked St Kilda to beat GWS, which other people didn't expect. So let's hope and we continue the form. Let's get into it. So the first one, we do have Geelong versus Adelaide at GMHBA. One of the toughest trips in football. And Adelaide are coming over after a loss against the Bulldogs, where it looked like they were to steal it at the end there. Another game under Isaac Rankin's belt, which is good. So he'll be slowly building up his fitness. Geelong are coming off a win against Fremantle when they came back and won, which was pretty crazy. They looked so bad in that first part of that game, but they managed to come out with a win. And this is actually a really tough one for Thursday Night Football. I'm just gonna have to go with, I'm actually gonna go with an upset here with Adelaide. I almost went Geelong. I just don't reckon Geelong are that good. They got smashed by Gold Coast. They were getting smashed by Fremantle. I know they did come back and win, but the fact that they were down by 40 points against Fremantle is a little bit concerning. So I'm going to go Adelaide for an upset win here, and Adelaide get it done by 8 points. Next one, it's Collingwood versus GWS, and I am going to go with Collingwood to secure a dub. GWS have been really bad as of late. You know, they had that great win against Hawthorn, and then they've had back-to-back stinkers, which is no good. Dacos should absolutely take the mickey here. It's at Marvel Stadium, which is not great. I know they would much rather be at the MCG, but I think Collingwood are going to get the job done here against GWS, who have been really underwhelming with all the injuries. Up is St Kilda versus the Brisbane Lions. St Kilda coming after a really impressive win against GWS. They almost choked it at the end, but they held through and they got the job done. Now I'm going to go with Brisbane by 10 points in this one. I just think that St Kilda will put up a hell of a fight in this one, and I feel like it will be a similar outcome to the Collingwood and Melbourne game for St Kilda, but they'll just go down by 10 points. They'll probably lead it multiple times during this match, but I think they'll just fall away at the end, and Brisbane will get the job done by 10 points to put their season back on track. Up is Fremantle versus Richmond, and you know, Richmond have not been that great this year so far, and they almost got that upset win. I'm so actually really disappointed they didn't get that job done against Carlton, because it really would reflect how they're actually been playing this year, instead of just having the other matches that's been smashed in. So I'm going to go with Fremantle getting the job done by 60 points in this one, which is really sad for the Tigers, but I feel like they're just going to make Optus like an absolute fortress. They've barely put a step wrong this year, Fremantle, apart, if they just finish off that game against Geelong, they'll be in such a better position. But I do think they'll continue their strong form and get a big win over the Tigers. Essendon versus North. Now I'm actually really excited to watch this match, just for what could come out of this game. As we know, Essendon have been all in the media this week, and if they lose this one, pray for Brad Scott. North Melbourne could end Brad Scott's career twice. That's what I think is going to come out of this game, and I reckon that Essendon do lose this one. I think North will get the job done by 30 plus. That's what I reckon. I reckon if North come out, they go absolutely smash him, and I think Brad Scott could be in trouble. That's my prediction coming out of this match. Next game is Port Adelaide versus West Coast. 2 teams that everyone reckons will be in the bottom 6 this year, and I reckon that, I'm looking at the money favourites here. It should be a lot closer than $1.22 to Port. I feel like West Coast are a better side than people think this year. I said that in the preseason, and I still hold that. If they had Starcevic in this one, I'm not sure how far Starcevic is away. They haven't released the teams yet. But if they have Starcevic this one, I'm so close to leaning towards the West Coast Eagles in this one. I really love what they did. Willem Dersma, baby Bont, he looked fantastic. But I do think Port are going to get the job done, but it's going to be a close one. I'm going to say under 10 points. I don't want to put an exact margin. I'm just going to say under 10 for this one. Last match of the round, which is another match I'm so excited for, just for what could happen coming out of this match. Carlton versus Melbourne. Who knows what's going to happen with Carlton? If they lose this one, they're so lucky that they bet Richmond, or they should be, still without a win in 2026. And I feel like Melbourne, I can't wait to see Cozzy, Latrell. These are the games that they're really going to feature. They didn't really have much in that Fremantle game. Fremantle are a top 4 side. That's the games where they'll be quiet. But the games like this, when Carlton, who are around the same spot in the ladder as Melbourne, this is when we get to see like Melbourne truly run around. Jai Cully, Baby Fife, we'll see what he could do. Latrell Pickett, Cozzy, run around. I reckon Melbourne will get the job done by 30 plus in this one. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to drop a like to this video if you did enjoy. Thanks for watching.